Hi guys, welcome back to another video. Okay, first of all, for those of you that are following the videos over the last number of weeks, I have changed the name of the video title. It's not called episode whatever of the stolen Sierra Cosworth, because as somebody rightly pointed out in the comment section last week, the car that we're building at the moment is not the stolen one. The stolen one remains stolen and remains somewhere in the UK potentially. And so it's not the stolen Cosworth, but it's the story of the stolen Cosworth. So anybody that's watching this for the first time, you're wondering what am I talking about, I'll leave a link and you can go back to the first video and you can see what happened. Anyway, we're going to continue on. So last week you saw that we had the engine taken apart and they were sending the head off and all the rest of it. Now anyone that is redoing your engine in your Cosworth, I would definitely have a look in the comment section of last week's video and see that there's some really good information, some really useful information from guys that have worked on these engines for long periods of time and have some great insights into measurements and things that you should do and things that you shouldn't be doing and so on and so forth. So I would definitely have a look at that if you're rebuilding your Cosworth engine. Okay, so what have we got here? As you know, the white one, the white left-hand drive one, came from Germany and it came with a cloth leather interior. Cloth leather interior. It didn't come with a cloth leather interior. It came with a cloth interior. And the new owner of the car, wants a leather interior. So we found quite close to us, there's a Sierra Cosworth that had this leather interior in it, but it had cloth door cards and it had a cloth armrest, and the seats just looked wrong in the car and had grey carpet, and the seats really kind of stood out that they shouldn't be in there because the car is very standard anyway, and the seats just looked wrong in it. So we swapped the leather for the cloth, and that car is now returned to standard and looks absolutely beautiful with the cloth interior in it. And we have the leather seats. What we also have now as well is we've got a black carpet to go with the seats. So black carpet with black door cards on the way from the UK, and the center armrest, I'm just going to get that recovered in leather. We've also got a black dash, as you can see here. Now that black dash is seen obviously looks a bit faded and stuff like that, but don't worry about that. We'll be dyeing that, and that'll look absolutely beautiful. So what has happened since last week's video? We've been on the road and we've been visiting lots of people. I'm surprised, just blown away actually, with how much stuff is quite close to us here in Ireland. Now, any of the places we went to, I'm not going to say the names of the towns, I'm not going to say the name of the area, I'm not going to say the name of the people that we got the stuff off, for the simple reason of, these people have, to keep their stuff secure, okay? We know what it's like out there, and it's hard enough trying to keep your, keep your car safe without getting broken into or something like that. So everybody that we have dealt with, we won't be mentioning their names whatsoever, just for security's sake. Okay, so what have we got? These wheels, as you can see, they're stamped Ears Motorsport. They're 8x17 and they're Raceline 7s, I believe. Very nice wheel. They are the choice of the new owner. He wants those wheels on them. Now we're going to change the colour of them, and he's going to have them silver. And as you'll see on the video, this is how the car is going to look. This particular car has these wheels on them, so you'll see that on the screen now. And that's the kind of finished look that we're going to have on our one here. So those wheels, great. We've got 3 of them in graphite grey and there's 1 of them in white, but we're going to obviously change the colour of those. Okay, what else have we got? So we've just been collecting as much stuff as we possibly can, so I'm just going to go through it all as we're on my side here. RS 500 intercooler, great job. I mean, there's nothing bad to be said about an RS 500 intercooler. Some people say, oh, maybe it's going to be a bit more laggy because whatever. But look, if the charge air is going to be kept cool, fantastic. Few shiny bits here to talk about. This individual that is buying this car likes shiny bits. He loves shiny bits. So we've been picking them up as we've been going. We've got a header tank, a couple of power steering tank bottles there. If anyone is interested, there's two of them there. If anyone is interested in one of those, give us a shout. We've got this inline water, whatever it is. Now, I'm not sure if we're going to... That came out of an Escort Cosworth. I'm not sure if we're going to use that or not. We'll see. Brake reservoir, chrome cover. We've got just two different dump valves there. We've got a Bosch fuel pump. So, spare fuel pump, chrome timing belt cover, a jacking point cover for the side skirt. We have gauges, pretty nice gauges. And they go in just above, there's a panel, I think, just above the amplifier in the interior, and it fits in there perfectly. So the gauges, we have oil pressure, and there's an air to fuel ratio gauge there, which we probably won't be using. And we have a boost gauge there, which we most definitely will be using. Okay, moving along, we have selection of silicone hoses. These were just in a box, all just thrown in together. So we took what was there. We don't know what we're going to be using out of it yet. Do we need all of them? Do we need half of them or whatever? But look, they're there. And, you know, silicone hoses are far better than rubber hoses. And again, this individual likes shiny bits and he likes blue hoses. So he's got his shiny bits and he's got his blue hoses, right? Okay, behind me we have... we've got two back boxes here and a centre section in the middle. The centre section is absolutely fine, no problem with that. The back box, as you can see, both identical bar the tailpipe. The tailpipe on this one is a 4-inch rolled out and the tailpipe on this one is a 3-inch rolled out. Now personally, I prefer the 4-inch rolled out. I actually had on my black one years ago. It was very, very obnoxious, but I liked it. It was a 5-inch rolled out, which is massive. It looked like a bin from a bathroom stuck underneath the back bumper, but I liked it, right? So that's a 4-inch rolled out. That's what's going on the car. The 3-inch rolled out is not going on the car, and that is for sale. If anybody wants that, give us a shout. And that is, it's in great, absolutely perfect condition. No problem with it, except... you know, for what I want this car to look like and what I've agreed with the new owner, we want the 4-inch rolled out on it. Okay, so that's there if anyone's interested in that. Okay, over here we have timing belt, brand new Gates belt. Gates, arguably the best brand in the market for timing belts. You know, I sold these for years when I was in the motor trade, and by far the best timing belt that there is on the market. So timing belts aren't expensive, but we just managed to pick this up in a job lot of other stuff. But one of the things I want to show you about this, and I always laughed at this when, you know, when you get a timing belt, it's all about the width of the belt and the number of teeth, and whether it's a rounded tooth or a square tooth. But the Cosworth timing belt also fits, and you'll see a Citroen XM 2.1 diesel. And let's see if you can see here, that's the belt diagram for the Cosworth engine, and that's the belt diagram for the Citroen. And that always amused me when you used to sell those things back in the day. Massive air filter, big cone filter, which is perfect. Let in as much air as possible. We're going to give that a good clean out, give that a good blow out. Obviously it's second hand, but again, part of a job lot. Some spare leads here. These are just some silicone lead with kind of just says high performance lead. They don't look very old, and they don't look like they have a whole pile done. Now the leads on the car are actually relatively new to when the car was parked up, so we'll have a spare set of those. The discs from last week, as you know, we had two 60mm discs, which we have there as well if anyone is interested in those. These are the 283mm disc, which should be on the car, and they are made by Tarox. Now, Tarox would be quite a good name for discs back 20 years ago when I was messing around with Cosworths last. So very, very good. Got those. Somebody had them in storage, never fitted to a car. So again, great to get those, and to get them local as well. Here we have a wiper motor and wiper linkage and brackets and all that for right-hand drive. And for those of you that do know, obviously you will know that we're converting this car from left-hand drive to right-hand drive. So we will need this, and we will also need this wiper panel, which is a right-hand drive wiper panel. And we'll probably need a whole host of other stuff as well. But at least, we found those in a job lot as well. And we took those with us. Center section of the exhaust. It's not branded as to what it is. Personally, I think this exhaust was like a power flow or some sort of a not homemade, but a kind of a made up exhaust like power flow. And we've got quite a lot of stuff here now at the moment, and I'm really happy with what's there. The next thing that we need to get is suspension. We're going to go with gas coilovers, just so we can set the ride height and we can set the damping and all of that. Instead of conies and springs, we're going to go down the gas coilover route. I put them into an Sierra Cosworth last year, and I found them very good. Adam Smith as well has put them into his two-wheel drive, and he seems to have good things to say about them as well. So we've those coming. We're going to get a full set of pads all around, and we're going to get probably some new discs for the rear as well. Otherwise than that, we're going to start on the next video. We're going to start taking out the remainder of the engine that's in there. Obviously, the block where you saw from last week was still sitting in there. That's going to come out. We're going to get all that checked, and then we're actually going to start the conversion. What I was going to do was I was just going to put the head back on the block and drive the car left-hand drive for maybe a week or two, see what it was like, make sure everything was okay, and then take the engine out and then do the conversion. But to be honest with you, I'm creating double the work for myself, and it's stupid. So I'm just going to take out the rest of the engine that's there, get everything out of it that we need to get out of it for the conversion. We need to get the bulkhead and this, the section that's going to be cut out for the from the right-hand drive donor car, and we need to drill out all the spot welds and that, and tear back the seams and all that, and get that panel out, and and get the conversion done. What's on the way? So we have a rack on the way. We have, what else do we got? We have the door cards on the way. The discs are on the way. Oh yeah, we got one bonnet vent. We're missing a driver's side bonnet vent. This is the passenger side bonnet vent. That's a bonnet that's been sitting here for probably 2 years, and it flew up on the last owner and bent the bonnet, and there was one, we straightened it the best way we could, and there's just one skimmer filler's gone over it, and it's got to be block sanded down, and we're going to get at that. I've been kind of avoiding doing that for a long time. It was actually to go on to another car, but at least we're going to use that now. That's it really for what we have for this week. If anyone has a driver's side bonnet vent, what else do we need? The rear discs, as I said, if anybody local in Ireland has those rear discs that you have stored away and you don't need them, then give us a shout. If not, we'll be buying new ones anyway. Brake pads, we're going to be getting those, or if anyone has a set of those gas coilovers or coilovers that you don't need, then let us know as well. We're also putting Powerflex or some sort of a polyurethane bushing into the car as well, and how much of the car we're actually going to do, we're unsure of, but I definitely know I'm going to be doing the track control arms, the two bushings in those, and I'm going to be doing the anti-roll bar rubbers front and back, and probably the exhaust mountings and stuff like that. Unsure if I'll do how much of the back end I'll do. If anyone would like to get involved in the comment section on this one, there's some arguments for people to say to leave the back end of it alone and don't take out the original bushings, and some people are saying to do that. So anyone that has experience on that, I'd like to know what you guys reckon in the comment section. That would be great. Okay, so that's really it. Actually, just before you go, I just want to show you this. This was given to me as a present. And if you have a look here, that number plate is the number plate of my old one from years ago, and that was given to me last year by my cousin, and it's a pretty cool picture, and it's kind of my inspiration to get a black one. Now, my one had Sierra Cosworth wheels, but the overarching thing is the one that I get for myself is going to be black, and I'm looking forward to that whenever that may be. Now, we have one found in Europe, but this one has to be finished and has to go first. So will it still be there by the time this one is finished? Will it still be for sale? Well, if it's meant to be, it'll be meant to be, and we'll just have to wait and see. So that's it for this week, guys. Thanks so much for watching. Again, we'd like you to get involved in the comment section if possible. Please give us a thumbs up if you liked the video, and if you haven't already, please subscribe and keep up with the weekly progress even of the build of the car. Really looking forward to next week's video, where we get really hands-on with the car. The car is going to be in here. We're going to be stripping it out and going through every bit of it, and yeah, so that's going to be pretty interesting as well. Also, anybody who would like to get involved in any way and promote anything, by all means get in touch with me, and we can we can help you promote whatever your product, brand or service is as well. All right, thanks for watching, guys. Talk to you all next week.